Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm very excited because we have the Genesis Collection event and quality of life updates. We're going old school, so a lot of people who are very new to Apex Legends, let's just get into it. Let's talk about what they've changed. So they have, I'll put a link of this in the description down below so you guys can go through it, but we're going to talk through it as well, just in case you don't have the capabilities, maybe you're in school, work, anything like that. We've learned a little bit about the meaning of what it means to be Legacy, so now they're really bringing back original Kings Canyon, literally original. Season 0 Kings Canyon and Season 3 World's Edge is going to return for a limited amount of time, taking over the normal trios and duos for a 1-hour rotation. So it's a great title, great benefit. I mean, the trailer, if you saw it, was fantastic and I really enjoyed it as well. So one of my favorite spots, I'm personally going to be excited for Thunderdome. That is south of Skulltown, honestly. You know what's weird is I really believe they should bring back Skulltown and Thunderdome just into the main map of Kings Canyon, but that's just my own personal opinion. What do you guys think of that? Are you guys excited? But also, I put up a poll for this yesterday, and I thought honestly they're only going to bring it back to arenas, but they brought it back for both Kings Canyon and they're putting it into arenas. So that's really, really exciting. So of course, after they said announcing arenas, the plea of bringing it back, it seems like the community really convinced them to bring back original Kings Canyon. So this is really, really cool to see. So go back into the original hotspots, and here's some of the maps. Look at those skins. So we saw Valkyrie. I didn't see much of Valkyrie in the trailer. I know she's flying in the air. Loba's looks fantastic. Revenant's looks great. I know in the trailer we also saw Bangalore's. Horizons looks phenomenal. I actually really like hers quite a bit. Unfortunately, there has been no changes really to her skins though. That's okay. But I mean, to her buff, her tactical abilities, excuse me. Now there is the collection reward. I think the most notable is the Watson skin here. I think the Watson skin looks phenomenal, as well as the Eva 8. So you get 1,600 points per day and challenges refresh daily. You can earn 1,600 points per day and challenges refresh daily. There's also stretch challenges for unique badges, so I think that's pretty cool. Overall, it's pretty straightforward. Everyone really knows how the collection events go. So go play daily, get your points, get your rewards, 1,600 per day. So you need a few days, and just a reminder, this is a limited time event. Now this one, the Reap Souls with Revenant Heirloom. This one's pretty huge because I saw it in the trailer and it looks really clean. You can see it here on screen that it looks really, really sharp. It's really, really exciting. I'm going to buy it day one. I'm going to go through all the animations and look through everything. So be sure to leave a like, subscribe, because I'll be sure to put that out on day one, and we'll go through all the skins as well. So you guys can see them. I'll make sure you guys can see all the skins. The event pack, just as FYI, they do break it down with the probability of getting things. Event pack, you'll get 50% epic, 50% legendary compared to non-event. So that's kind of nice. I mean, you're going to be guaranteed a lot higher probability for loot. So that's awesome. Now the store offerings, here's a store. It's going to be the Loba skin, the Crypto skin, the original, and then of course they're bringing back the Octane skin. I noticed here. I know they've released this before. I'm probably going to get that one. That one looks really, really cool. And then of course how it changes in the store from July 6th to July 13th. So just a kind of an update there. So they did buff and nerf Revenant. We're going to highlight this. I'm going to show the comparison of where he can crawl before and climb. We'll do a short on this, but they've also changed. Okay, let's backtrack. They've changed the launch pad. Octane's jump pad is now 90 seconds compared to 60. Not the biggest nerf, because keep in mind Loba's ult went from 60 to 90. It's not game breaking, but it's still something. So that is still a change, and he's still the most popular legend. We'll see what that does to him. I don't know if that's going to change a whole lot. His jump pad is still amazing. So that's just a small change. A nerf, but we'll see how that plays out. Again, like I referenced Loba, when they changed her ult from 60 to 90, it didn't feel like a major nerf, but still, nonetheless a nerf. So Revenant did get buffed. His hitbox is smaller. That's kind of crazy. So you can see from the box, he's got a tighter midsection, so if you're controlling the recoil, normally you would still aim for the chest and head, but if you're trying to shoot him around the midsection, it's smaller now. So this is a buff to his hitbox. I don't know if he necessarily needed this. He was already kind of hard to hit. It's kind of why he had low profile to begin with, but I guess we'll kind of see what happens with him. They have the Stalker Climb. Again, we will make this is a buff to Revenant. a Revenant buff. But now he can climb significantly higher, so we'll keep an eye on how high he can climb. I'll do a short on it so you guys can see the comparison and see that change. He did get nerfed for his silence. It went from 20 seconds to 15. Next, they reduced the duration of death protection by 5 seconds while using the death totem. So this is a nerf to his overall distance that he can go, because 5 seconds mean 5 seconds less in a gunfight, 5 seconds less to get to the fight. There was a note here saying that they felt Revenant's large frame put him at a significant disadvantage. I don't know if I necessarily agree, but, you know, I'm not always right about everything, so we'll see how his hitbox makes an impact for him. I always felt Revenant was really strong, especially when he made his pushes in Revenant form. We'll have to see how this change becomes more of a, either the buff that he needs. We'll just have to see how that plays out. When we look at the opposite spectrum, we see that Lifeline's hitbox has been nerfed, meaning she's a little bit thicker with 2 C's than before. It's definitely a nerf no matter which way you look at it, but it's not too bad when you look at the overall hitbox size. It's not too bad. I don't think Lifeline should be too nervous. Her hitbox is pretty hard to hit. We'll see, just as like the Revenant change, I think Revenant's change is a lot more dramatic than Lifeline's change. Now, Bloodhound did get a nerf as well. His Eye of the Allfather scan reveal decreased from 4 seconds to 3 seconds, as well as Beast of the Hunt duration decreased from 35 seconds to 30 seconds. I don't think that this is going to change Bloodhound from being used in meta, but it is still a nerf to see if it can incentivize players to play other legends. We'll see how that works. I, in my personal opinion, think that it needs to... 4 to 3 seconds is quite a jump. I'll do a scan comparison. I'll do a scan comparison as short from before and after. We'll see the distance. We will take a look at that distance and what it looks like and how much of an impact it actually makes. The Beast of the Hunt, 35 to 30, I think is less worrisome. I think Eye of the Allfather scan is a bigger change, personally. Now, major buff to Wattson. It's kind of a meme, but you can actually drop now 20 Nessies on the map. So I still want a Wattson buff. I would like to see her shield regen be a lot stronger, her generators be set to permanent like they were before, or just be able to put fences everywhere on like walls and ceilings. I know we talked about there's a lot of reworks, and I hope that they have a rework plan for her, but in the meantime we just have ultimate Nessies. Let's talk weapon balance. Weapon balance, the increased fire rate has increased on the gun. So it increases from 6.25 to 7.0, and the ammo count has increased across every single mag size. So the biggest change is the level 4 when you see the overall impact from 18 bullets to 21 bullets. Now the Spitfire, we just did a video on hipfire versus ADS. The hipfire spread has increased. What's interesting is that the Spitfire was most powerful whenever you're spraying and just literally praying just in close quarters and just letting the spread just do the work. Well, they increased the hipfire so you just don't spray and pray and you don't ADS. I guess get to give more incentive to ADS or not use it at close range and just keep spraying and praying and just hoping that it hits. You could do this, still do the same thing, but they're trying to increase that and nerf it so it has less value. Now the 30-30 repeater looks like the bullet velocity has increased to make it fall more in line with compared to the G7, because before it had the same velocity as a G7. Now they're increasing the projectile speed. It has a reduced charge time of 0.5 to 0.35, so that's going to increase its DPS, giving it more output than it did before. And of course the longbow damage has increased from 55 to 60. Now let's talk about arena price adjustments. Now because of the P2020 buff that they're giving it, this does increase. They have reduced its cost to make it more incentive to upgrade the P2020. I guarantee like nobody's been upgrading the P2020. The RE45, have been seeing people discuss it before that it's really strong. So we'll see how strong it really is. And it has been reduced in cost. The EVA 8 is really, really powerful in Arena, but they bumped its cost. The Mastiff's cost has been reduced to incentivize using the Mastiff. The R99's cost has been reduced, and they increase the cost of the Volt. The Volt has been highly picked over the R99 in arenas, even though they're kind of still one-to-one. I'm not really sure why everyone has been gravitating towards the Volt. I've been doing the same thing, but now maybe more people pick the R99 because it's cheaper. The Spitfire has been increasing costs, so you can't necessarily just keep grabbing it at the start there. The L-Star cost has increased as well. We talked about the meta with the L-Star is extremely overpowered, but now they increased the cost a little bit just to quality of... No, it's a nerf. They nerfed it so then you don't just run and go pick it, right? That's really what it is. The R301 level 2 upgrade from 300 to 350. Okay, I mean, a nerf, yeah. So then the G7 Scout got nerfed, but its later upgrade got buffed. And same thing with the 3030. They are treating it the same. The Arcstar prices went up, and Gold Bag has gone up. This is a nerf to Lifeline. The person who uses Gold Bag the most would be Lifeline, and of course Gibraltar, so they did make that change. They did buff Crypto in Arenas, though, by giving him more of a... Well, they just made it cheaper so you can use his EMP more. They also buffed Revenant. Wow, okay. They made his Death Totem cheaper. I'm not really sure how I feel about that one. The Death Totem is already really strong, so okay. And then the Lifeline Doctorone went from 50 to 75. That's a nerf. Fuse Knuckle Cluster has been buffed, so you can get more of them very quickly. And then Bloodhound Ultimate has been nerfed. So now it costs more to use Bloodhound, his ultimate. Now, legendary path or legend ability, excuse me. Now, Arena's legend ability adjustments. The grapple starts reduced from 2 to 3, so it's a buff to its grapple. The zip line round cooldown increased from every round to every other round. Okay. That's definitely a nerf. I'm not really sure. I guess they want to stop people from going right to zone. Then I hope Octane's jump pad. We'll see if they nerf that one. Rampart Sheila round cooldown from every 3 rounds to every other round. That's a buff to Sheila. Watson Interception Pylon reduce. Watson Interception Pylon cooldown increase from every round to every other round. That's a nerf to Watson. Octane's Launchpad cooldown increase from every round to every other round. So they did the same thing. They want to stop mobility and have it be the only option that you do for arenas. Okay, so they've nerfed mobility for both Pathfinder and Octane for every round. And then, of course, they nerfed his stim by reducing it to 2 instead of 3. They also did a quality of life change to the scoreboard and changed it where you can see the score and everything happening. You can now report players. That's a nice change. Got to report the people that are cheating or whatever, griefing, anything like that. Now, from round 3 onwards, you'll start with a shield battery, in addition to 2 syringes and 2 shield cells. Interesting. Giving everyone a bit of utility there. Less emphasis on just only having heals. That's definitely a massive buff for everyone. That's nice. The care packages also land 5 seconds earlier. That's a buff to Lifeline. Wait, that's actually just the containment weapon. So the care packages in the arena will be a buff to them, just getting more care package weapons. Okay. X-Scope removed from base sniper weapons to level 1 upgrade. That's a nerf. In my opinion, that's a nerf. If you're on PC, it's a nerf. If you're on controller, it's a buff. Just because I know the sensitivity, how uncomfortable it can feel to use a 6X on a controller. Arena map adjustments. They adjusted the circle to favor downtown a bit more. I like that because it has seemed to always favor party crashers up north. Simplified the map's visual language. Now they raised the height cover on certain parts of the map to prevent advantages to large rig legends. Okay, fair enough. Added a few trees to reduce the ease of spawn sniping. I like how they put a note to Reptar. That's actually hilarious. Alright, Arena bug fixes UI for Purple Devotion. Did they fix Loba's ultimate? Players are no longer be chosen as jump master during legend. Okay. Updated sniper stock. I got it. Where is Loba's? Okay, it's probably gonna... Where's Loba's thing? Loba's had a bug before, and hopefully it's further down below. So these are quality of life changes. Updated the fuel gauge when you're running low. A lot bigger. I don't see Loba. Okay, hopefully I see it soon. We'll now have a custom animation for LMG reload. These have no impact. Okay, quality of life. Added voiceover when your ultimate is ready. Cool, okay. That's helpful, so then we know your teammates to call for it or not. Added a voiceover when you enter Replicator. Fair. You can turn off FOV scaling when certain abilities are used. That is a nice quality of life change. That's something, so like when you pop your Bloodhound ultimate or you stim, you can turn down the scaling so then it doesn't feel like your sensitivity is all out of whack. Now, your sensitivity is not changing, your FOV is changing, so it gives you the impression that your sensitivity is adjusting. Healing items now play the entire healing sound when used by other players instead of just the beginning and the end. Got it. Muting players will also mute. That's good quality of life. This is some nice changes. Now, Bloodhound's tracking icons will no longer be shown in the endgame screen. Got it. Fixed an issue with enemies not getting highlighted. Nice bug fix. Fused players can now see the number of grenades in the grenade stack when viewed on the floor. Okay. Fixed one arm color on Board of Death to match the third person. Fused no longer produce third arm. Okay. Fair. Being stuck by direct hit of fused knuckle cluster will no longer cause to take unnecessary damage. Alright, I get that. Gibby's ultimate will no longer damage a friendly Horizon's ult. That's a nice one. Gun shield will no longer take additional bleed through damage. Wait. Gun shield will no longer take additional bleed. Okay, there was a bug of him taking extra damage. Okay, I thought for a minute that they changed that, but we're good. Horizon tactic will no longer ascend caustic traps and jump pads to the heavens. Okay, that's good. Fixed interesting appearance of Horizon's teeth when using golden. Okay, all right. Bugs will no longer use Wraith animation while in the boxing ring. Enemy care packages will now have loot if the enemy's lifeline leaves the game before it lands. Fixed an issue that was preventing Lifeline's tactical prevention properly while in caustic gas. Okay. Complete another pass. I was getting stuck a lot as Loba. That's a good one. Fixed an issue causing tactical to improperly fail on the Phase Runner maps. Fixed an issue that caused Loba's tactical to properly. I don't see anything about Loba's ultimate. I'm going to have to make a video on this, but her ultimate, hopefully maybe it was just overseen, but it had been breaking a lot where you try to loot something in arenas and it just breaks. I'll make a video on it just to kind of highlight. I don't really know what causes it, and maybe it's fixed. I hope. I'm just going to fingers crossed that it's fixed. Fix issue with Mirage flickering a lobby. Fix obstructed ADS while using compound bow and 3-axis. Good. Just a lot of bug fixes. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything specifically that is huge here. Did environmental pass to prevent Valk from entering areas not meant to be entered. This is pretty big because Valkyrie is able to rat in the strangest spots. That's actually a big one. Def totem can be now damage and fire rain. That's just a bug. Let's see here. First person view no longer obstructed when using a shield battery. Fix an issue. Just good bug fixes. Watson no longer uses Wraith animation. It seems like everybody was using Wraith animation. The Nessie that Watson leaves behind will no longer fall over dead. I like that because you can actually see the Nessie now. Addresses a bug that sometimes causes Wraith portals to improperly appear as open after a player entered and closed it. Got it. Let's see here. If there's any, fixed a bug where having players one ranked after one season split reset to fully take effect. That's good. So you don't have to be in the, you know, the prior rank before. So that's a nice fix. Knockdown Legends can now open the inner door instead inside explode holds as normal. Got it. I don't see anything about Loba, unfortunately. Everything else seems to be pretty much just makes sense at this point. I won't make the video any longer. I will do comparison updates on the legend changes that we see. I will make sure to check if Loba's ultimate is broken. I'm excited to get back into the game, play all this. Hopefully you guys are all excited. Let me know what you guys think. I like doing patch notes because we do videos because we do guides and helpful tutorials and everything. And these patch notes are important because we can teach something and then the game changes, and it's important that we highlight it. So I want to appreciate all of you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.